Okay, so in the booklet, we finished this page here, which was page 14, and that was finding missing sides. The work is the same if you're trying to find a missing angle. Like, notice here I don't know the angle, it's that theta symbol. The work is the same, except that you have one extra thing you have to do at the end. So, and I'll show you how to do it. So, so as far as notes, we can say, if we must solve for an angle rather than a side, we must use the inverse function and on your calculator to get to the inverse function, you're either going to be like on mine, I'll have to hit the second key. On some of your calculators, it might look like a shift key. I don't know what else you might have there. To convert the trigonometry ratio into an angle. Okay, sounds pretty long, but it's not that hard to do. I'll show you. Okay, so this question here, this angle that we're looking for, we don't know what the angle is this time. But I can label the triangle. What's the one? What's that side called? That's the hypotenuse, the longest side. Now the 26 is across from the theta, the angle. What do we call this side? Yeah, opposite. Okay, so which one of those trig ratios has opposite and hypotenuse in it? Sine, yeah. So I'm going to use this thing. So, now this time, I know the opposite and I know the hypotenuse, so I don't cross those off. I'm actually crossing off the s, because the first thing here refers to where the angle is, right? So I'm actually trying to find out what the sine of theta is first. So I'm going to cross this off. So what's opposite divided by hypotenuse? It's going to be 26 divided by 41, and that's going to give me some kind of a decimal. It'll always give you some kind of a decimal when you're trying to solve for an angle, okay? So if I go 26 divided by 41, I get 0.63. Now don't clear your calculator, okay? Like leave that long number on there, okay? I'm not going to clear the calculator. Then all you have to do to turn this into what the actual angle is hit shift sign, okay? Because this means 0.63 is the sine of theta. Therefore, theta is the inverse sine of 0.63. So I just hit shift. Press second or shift. Sine. So for me, I'm going to go second. Sine, and do you notice right above there it shows the sign with a little -1 there? That means inverse. So I just go shift sign. I guess I have to put the answer in, and I get 39.4 degrees is the angle. Yeah, so you have to second sign. Yeah. Yeah, 39.36 is what you should get. So try it. Does it work? Okay, so the work is exactly the same as what we've been doing with that one extra step at the end. Shift sign or second sign. And if you're really savvy, I could have done this all in one step in my calculator. I could have gone like this. I could have just gone inverse sine like that, and I could have just put a So the only tricky part is learning how your calculator behaves. So you should try to figure that out now. Do it and make sure you get 39.36 or whatever, 0.4 degrees. If you can't get it, then you need to bring your calculator up to me and I'll do it, and then so you can see the order that you have to press things. Okay? Because every calculator is a little bit different. Some are quite easy to use and can do it in 1 or 2 steps, and some take Everybody get it? 39? You figure out how to do that on their calculator? Yeah? Everybody? Okay, let's check your calculator. So if you were doing 26 divided by 41, you get this number, right? And then fill shift sign equals second, sign, and then you're gonna have to put the answer in. So the answer in there, you have to put alpha answer. And there it is. So that's quite a few steps. If you want to do it faster, you know you're finding an angle. This goes. The color shows what you're doing. There's that orange. Then just go. And then just equals it. Yep. So if you have it in there, then you just go second sign, then you have to multiply. So second answer. Second, yeah. 39.36 or 39.4. With angles, quite often we round them off to the nearest angle, actually.
Yeah.
So probably on a test or an exam, it would tell you for angles, round them off to the nearest digit. And I would just use 39 degrees then. Okay, let's do the next one. We'll get good at this. This is the angle. What's this 26 side called? Opposite. The 19 is the adjacent. Which ratio has opposite and adjacent in it? Tangent? Yep. So TOA, it's really the tan thing I'm looking for. So what I really want to do is find the inverse tangent of whatever 26 divided by 19 is. That's how I would write it in math notation. On my calculator, I'll even do that in one step. I'll actually type it in as the inverse tangent of, so this will work on yours as well, so you can skip that extra step. I can go the inverse tangent of 26 divided by 19. And then just hit equals. There it is, 53.84 or 0.8, whatever, degrees. Okay? And if you punch it in that way, then you don't have to do that extra step, right? What's that? Better?
Yeah.
Why is it better?
Because you have to punch once.
Right, yes. If you have a display calculator where you're forced to go answer, that's an extra couple of steps to tell it to do the answer. Yeah. So actually for trigonometry calculators, the calculators where everything is backwards are actually easier to use for trigonometry. So Lanui, I think yours is a backwards one, so for you, you can just punch in 26 divided by 19, and you get a number, and you can just hit second function, and it does it for you, right? Whereas any of the calculators where you write it out the long way, it's more work actually. Okay, example 3. So the 21 is called what side? Yep, hypotenuse. Morning. We're on page 15. So hypotenuse, and this would be the adjacent. So that is which ratio? Cosine. Ka. Okay, and we're looking for this. So I really want to know what the inverse cosine of, I guess, 13 over 21 is. Sounds about right. 13 over 21, which is 51.8 degrees or 75 or 52 degrees. They're all good. Trigonometry. Do you have the right book? Okay, you probably need it then. So come on up and grab that. Okay, so that's basically how you find an angle. Okay, but the first couple steps are exactly the same. Step 1, label the triangle. At least the parts that are important, right? Step 2, choose the correct ratio. Is it sine, or is it cosine, or is it tangent? And then step 3 is use a calculator, but you have to do that inverse thing to find the angle. That's it. Otherwise, the work is the same. Okay? So on page 16, as is the case with getting good at trigonometry, you just need to practice, right? You learn how to hit a baseball, and then you just keep hitting baseballs until you're really good at hitting them. Or if you're a basketball fan, and you watch the Raptors get into the finals, yeah, just keep taking those shots till they go in. First time ever, yeah, pretty exciting. Good team. I don't know if they can beat Golden State though. Well, who knows? Okay, so take the time, work on these questions, and you know what? If you're having trouble, bring them up to me, because usually it's the way you're punching using your calculator. It's the order of things. So I can figure that out for you and watch you do it, make sure you do it right. Okay? Use your time.